I recently saw a video of I Show Speed reacting to Jai Shri Ram.
The funniest thing about that Jai Shri Ram stuff is that he thought that Jai Shri Ram is an artist.
His younger brother, he loses his first two fights. KSI is in the locker room with him. He goes, "Will I box? Will I box again?" And KSI goes, "No, you shouldn't." Actually, fun fact: do you know what KSI stands for?
KSI stands for, oh no, I don't know.
KSI stands for
My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Creator Deep Dive. And today we are talking about someone who I have wanted to talk about for a while. I recently started watching his videos, but today we're talking about the British YouTube
Yeah,
star KSI.
yeah,
Have you followed? Have you seen his videos before this episode?
yeah. I have because I found KSI around last year on
Uh
YouTube.
huh.
I think through Sidemen, if
Right.
I'm not sure, but yeah, it's only last year that I came to know about him.
No, yeah, same. I think I heard of him when he was beefing with I think Logan Paul. They were having like a back and forth rap battle thing. The whole thing was going on.
Right.
But I haven't really watched his videos. I watched his documentary on Amazon Prime
Oh
yesterday.
yes, it
So we'll
dropped.
talk about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was really coul. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've discovered the Sidemen very recently,
yeah. Hmm.
and even though I don't really follow that type of content, it's just amazing to see how big they've become. And probably one of the only houses,
Yeah.
or whatever content houses to not break apart after a while. They're still going.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I was quite surprised to find that KSI is quite senior. He's quite a veteran of YouTube.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's been there since the beginning of YouTube. And I used to think these guys are new and doing some stuff, crazy stuff like I Show Speed is also there. And I was constantly watching his memes, KSI's memes and all. So I was really surprised to find that he's that a veteran YouTuber.
Yeah, I think they've been on YouTube for almost more than 10, 12 years even. He started making videos from a very young age. All the Sidemen, I think, started making videos from a very young age.
Right.
But KSI in particular it's really fascinating because he's extremely big, right? Not just in the UK, even in the US. And probably the biggest of the Sidemen, but they still have a great dynamic between each other. But he does, I think, a lot of reaction videos, right? Those are the types of videos I don't usually watch.
Yeah, yeah. Nowadays he's doing reaction videos involving Indian food, Indian snacks. And
Oh,
all.
really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
this.
yeah. So he's been collaborating with these Indian origin YouTubers
Uh-huh.
based in West, of course, and he's reacting to sweets, snacks, and everything. So it makes fun because he's quite unfiltered. He's not like
Right.
those YouTubers who are dying to get views from India and saying all the good stuff. He's like, if he doesn't like something, he's like going to say it. I don't like it.
No, no.
Throw this shit away or something like that.
This reminds me, I recently saw a video of I Show Speed reacting to Jai Shri Ram. And that was, I feel like Western YouTubers should really figure out how to who have figured out how to capture the Indian audience, and
Yeah, yeah,
they're geniuses because Indians inherently have a fascination with other people showing interest in us.
yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah, they have a massive potential audience right there.
Yeah, and the funniest thing about that Jai Shri Ram stuff is that he thought that Jai Shri Ram is an artist.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's amazing.
but I was watching his documentary last night. I came across a tweet. I think the tweet was by Amin Ajaz. He has another podcast, right?
Okay.
So he tweeted something KSI documentary, and I got curious. So I bought Amazon Prime just to watch that
Wow.
documentary.
Wow.
And it was 90 minutes long, and a great piece of video. Yeah, like everyone should watch it.
Great.
And it really shows you the story arc of KSI from when he was young and to now, right? And a few things really stood out. I actually took notes and all also. He has some emotional baggage, right? Like
Yeah, he
most of
talked about
us.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially with regards to his parents, immigrant parents, they're from Nigeria, all of
Yeah.
this. And he goes into quite raw detail about his relationship with his parents and how that has driven him for the longest time, right? And his relationship with his brother, and in the middle they were beefing, and like that really kind of separated them, and KSI chose to not talk to his family for the longest time, and now he's trying to kind of reconcile. But I think that documentary is really, it really shows the true character of KSI, right? Because I haven't followed him directly, but I've seen a lot of content about him, right? Like documentaries about him, video essays about him,
Right.
and everyone says the same thing, that he's very raw and authentic.
Yeah,
Like
he
he
is.
doesn't, like you also said, right? He doesn't mince his
Absolutely, he
words.
is, because he's an Arsenal fan, and I'm an also Arsenal follower. So I find his views on Arsenal and other stuff that's going on around the sports and the culture of sports. He's quite raw. He's kind of you're right, because when I watched the documentary, he comes across as a person who has grown up. Avatar as KSI, and as well as a person. I believe the documentary is going to do a long term favor to him.
Yeah.
He's going to be look at this documentary very kindly in the future.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's a scene in the documentary where, so Deji, his younger brother, he loses his first two fights boxing, and he loses his third fight, I think. And KSI is in the locker room with him. He's like, hey, it's okay. And he goes, will I box? Will I box again? And KSI, like, he goes, no, you shouldn't. And I was like, bro. And then he makes a video on him saying, hey, I'm so disappointed to the world. And I was like, I never want to be in Deji's shoes, but as a KSI follower, like I can totally see why people relate to him so much, because he's just so raw. And the other thing with content like his, right, is the fact that he's able to grow with his audience,
Yeah.
which is why even though he started when he was so young,
So
and that's
young.
another thing,
Yeah.
that you'll notice with all of these creators that have done well, have like longevity, right? MKBHD is another
Oh
example.
yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Because they started when they were young, they were able to grow with their audience.
Right.
So it's not like they were catering to a certain audience that grew out of their content, which unfortunately is what I'm noticing with Casey Neistat. I was thinking about this the other day,
Mm-hmm.
that now Casey's videos, I mean, they're phenomenal, right? But they just don't have the same appeal that they had when I was like 10
Yeah,
years
you're
ago
right.
when I
You're right.
started watching him.
Absolutely. And also I think it's also about branching out, because when you see KSI, he's a rapper as well. He's boxing. He's doing many things. So I think do you remember when Indian Idol was all over India in its early days, because it's such an alien concept to the rest of the world that a singer has to perform on stage as well, right?
Mm.
He has to be presentable. He has to be a star, something like that. So I think it's quite Western in its outlook, that a person who's a YouTuber essentially can become a singer, can be become a boxer. So I think with time, people like KSI, they do it because they branch out really, really, really sharply. I think it's unthinkable that a YouTuber can open for serious musicians.
I feel like again it comes down to you understanding that you're not just making videos and being an entertainer, right? You are a businessman who has a
That's a good point.
distribution network.
Yeah,
So like it's your ability, your success lies in your ability to leverage that distribution and do something with it. Like the
absolutely.
Sidemen, the alcohol thing that they have started, they've started like a vodka brand, right? That makes so much sense because the people that grew up watching Sidemen, and I think Colin and Smith talked about this, but the people that grew up watching Sidemen are now the like legal drinking age,
Yeah, yeah.
so it
Which is
perfectly
why,
pairs up with their
yeah,
audience.
absolutely. The prime, the drink KSI, endorses. I mean, it's amazing how, I think he got Arsenal Football Club to, as an official partner. I
They're
did.
going to be in the next Super Bowl. They have an ad in the next Super Bowl. It's
So
it's
amazing.
crazy. But what about his like his normal content? Does he only do reaction videos? I know he does like a lot of other things. But like what other videos do you watch of him?
Uh, Mostly collab videos nowadays, because I discovered him when he was already a big superstar. So his memes, his reaction videos, his collab videos, that's all I've seen. And I think he also participated in that match, football match.
Oh yeah, the charity match, right?
Yeah, charity match. So
Correct.
that was also fun. Apart from that, nowadays I think there is a cameraman with him 24/7, right? He
Yeah.
showed in the documentary. So I'm really excited about what kind of output that project will generate.
I'm trying to see how often he uploads now. He uploaded one a video today, a video yesterday, a video a week ago, a video 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
So fairly frequently. Um, And like the output of someone like him is just mad, right? Like he's able to do just so much,
Yeah.
which I sometimes just wonder how that is.
And by the way, I found it, really fascinating that he comes from a very religious family. And
Oh
there were
yeah,
some biblical
like
references, like, about that's his alter ego. And
correct.
yeah, so his origins are really interesting.
I feel like being a creator is the only place which has possibility of you not being typecasted,
Yeah, absolutely.
because you can do
Absolutely.
anything as a creator,
Yeah.
but not as an actor or not as,
Nope.
any of these other professions that are very like rigid in terms of what you can or
Yeah,
cannot do.
speaking of rigidity, look at models. They have to walk in a way, they have to talk in a way. They are like the most rigid kind of, celebrities out there. They cannot
Correct.
leave their image.
Correct.
Actors have sort of, more freedom than models, but these guys are just like, they can go nuts on you internet and can be a part of meme and anything.
What's the thing that you like most about KSI? Actually, fun fact, do you know what KSI stands for?
KSI stands for, oh no, I don't know.
So I recently got to know this. So KSI, he has like a tattoo on his chest saying this. So KSI
Uh-huh.
stands for knowledge, strength, and integrity.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That guy is
Uh
deep, man.
yeah. So
Cool.
I didn't know this, but yeah, fun fact.
So I think we should end this episode on, giving a rating to the latest documentary.
Hmm.
Out of 5 stars, how do you think?
Out
How
of
much
five,
you
I'll
give?
give it like a four, man.
Hmm.
4.5. I really like documentaries that make it. I mean, relatability is always a thing in
Of
content,
course.
right? Even like the way that it was shot and produced. Obviously, even when he's like singing to like 80,000 people,
Yeah.
they made it seem like, hey man, he's just a kid who's trying to figure things out.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are
Exactly.
multiple shots of him sitting in a corner crying. Like I loved it.
Yeah. I'll give it 3.5. You'll give it 4.5. So yeah,
Yeah,
average it out 4 out of 5. So yeah, you can watch the documentary on Amazon Prime.
definitely.
It's been
We are
fun.
not being sponsored by Prime just yet. That's it for the episode this week, guys. This was a Creator Deep Dive. We upload an episode every Sunday. Please subscribe to the Thousand Faces Club channel for more such videos. I'll link some previous episodes on the screen, and we shall see you next Sunday. Peace.